blue eye perceives all things conjoined.
Hey guys, it is Kennedy Cruz, and today I'm gonna come at you with a new video, and this video is gonna be about how I knew I was trans and some of the signs that you might have. And I hope this video is informative, and I got my apple and my tahini to munch on while this video is going on. And I wrote some notes for this video on my notebook, so I will read them or go down the list and just like give it a little explanation to it. So my first one is like my earliest like memories of I need to grab my phone. Earliest memories of like being trans, and just I think those memories are like when I was younger and just not wanting to wear boy clothing, or just wondering why my parents treated me like a boy. That was probably one of the signs. And just I also remember kissing this boy when I was, or the boy kissing me when I was in preschool, and just like him being all slobbery and gross, and it was like a really bad experience. But just I remember like I was like kind of in shock because like the teacher found out, and like I was like, oh, like I thought I was a girl, and like I was like, oh, it's like my parents always told me that like guys and girls go together. And just me being in like, oh, like I'm a girl like on the inside, but I didn't know how to explain it, and just like being wondered why the teacher like got mad with us was probably one of the things. And just her telling us that like guys and guys don't kiss, and thank God she found out, because it was like really like a bad, gross experience. Like even at a young age, I hate boys. But yeah, that was probably one of the signs in my early memory. My other memory, like I said, I think I said it, was probably just how I like wanted to wear girl clothing. And I remember a couple times, like when my parents weren't around, I would try on my girl clothing, my sister's clothing, and like I would like feel so comfortable and so at peace with who I was at that time, even though I was bigger and barely fit in the clothes. But just, I think that was another sign. But then again, like, only because you're into girl clothing doesn't mean that you're trans, because there's a community of, like, straight guys who are into that, and they're, like, straight. So, again, reminder, this isn't, like, only because you have the signs I have, doesn't mean that you're trans, because everyone has, like, totally different experiences. So, yeah. My next one, it's just, like, remembering this constant anxiety about being femme, and just like how older people or even like certain family members would always get mad at me, and just how like them like scolding me or educating, like, oh, you shouldn't walk that way, you shouldn't talk that way, you shouldn't move your hands that way, because that's how girls do it. Just like those stupid things, like just it gave me so much anxiety, and it still does. It's like sometimes I get triggered really bad. But just that constant anxiety was probably another sign, because of that anxiety and how constant it was, I'd like always tried to hide it, and I think it was really damaging to who I was. I'm barely learning to cope with it, but that was probably another sign. My other point is always being a femboy, and how even like at an early age people were like always like, oh, are you gay, like why are you so femme, and like why is your voice so high? But that was before like male puberty, before all the damage was done. But just always like people asking me why I was so femme, and just asking my family members like, oh, is he gay, or all these other questions, and that was probably another sign. My next one is and I don't really want to get too much into it, but just, and it's not really a sign, it's more like why I hid it. And it's, because my parents back in the day were going through a lot of troubles, just like relationship and financial, and I always remember growing up with that. So, I remember, sad, I always remember like not wanting to be a burden to them, or not wanting to be another additional problem in their life. So hashtag sad. I tried to hide it because of that, and I just don't want to be another problem in their life. Like I am. That's how I cope it with burps. But yeah, that was another big issue. My other sign was probably that I never really came out as gay to the public, and I'm glad I didn't, because that's not who I am. But just going into that is also that I was never really attracted to gay guys. Correct, gay guys. And just, again, reminder, only because you're not attracted to gay guys doesn't mean that you're trans, because there are trans women who are into gay guys, and just gender and sexuality are two different things, so they don't add up. But for me, my experience was just not being attracted to gay guys or femme guys. I was always really attracted to masculine, super macho, and it's really gross admitting it, but now I'm a woke lady, and what attracts me is like a woke guy who like is into political and social justice issues, and just like caring about POC and just art issues. So that's what's hot now. So I moved on. I'm a big girl, both physically and mentally. But that was another sign. I have written down here, not attracted to gay guys in school, and that was like, I don't know what kind of sign that was, but it was probably because they're really femme, and just like I wasn't really attracted to femme. But again, that's going into like not being attracted to gay guys. So yeah. Another thing I have down here is just how it says boy parts, and by that I mean how when I like discovered people were sexually active, just how I was in shock that gay guys use their boy parts and that they felt comfortable with their sexuality. And it was kind of a big shock to me, because I was like, oh, like I didn't know I thought everyone was trans. I thought like everyone was like super submissive and doesn't use their boy parts. But it turns out there are bottoms and there are tops. So I didn't really fit into that. So that was probably another sign into like not feeling comfortable even with that sexuality. My next one is about college, and just how when I admitted to myself that I was trans, and basically it's like really weird, but I remember being a freshman in college, and just I went to Western Oregon, and being in the college bathroom and just watching this Ariana Grande music video called Love Me Harder, and just the outfit, it slayed so much that it was stuck in my head, and just like I remember being like, I want that outfit, I want to wear it, and I want to feel like how she does in that music video. So it's like that outfit triggered me or something. This bitch. The outfit triggered me, and it just, I don't know, it just made me realize that it was trans, and I don't know how an outfit can do that, but it did to me. And just being, I remember like trying to order it online because I wanted to feel the way she did, and I think that's when, like I said, okay, like I'm trans, I can't do anything about it because I'm having these feelings and I want to buy these clothing. So you think you're trans, just like buy some online clothing or some shoes that you think are cute, and like maybe it will help you. But again, only because you're into girl clothing does that mean that you're trans. It's just like my personal experience. So yeah. Then my next year in college, that's when I like told a couple people that I was trans and started going by Kennedy. And just, I think that school, Portland State, which is closer to my home, like an hour away, I just remember like seeing people, queer people and trans people, comfortable with who they are, and that kind of empowered me in a way. So I think that was another like, oh, like you are trans and people can feel comfortable with who they are and their gender. So maybe you should try it. And that's what I was thinking. So that was probably another, not sign, but just something that helped me like transition and whatnot. I wrote down regrets in here. And I think that means like just how maybe I have regrets about not being vocal about it with my parents, because if I was a little bit more vocal and just like take me to the doctors, I need to talk to a psychiatrist, that like so pushy about it. I feel like I would have had an easier childhood, like not going through male puberty, but I got what I got, and I can't really change time. My phone. These bitches. I can't change time, and I gotta do I gotta do the best with what I have, and I gotta stay positive, even though I do have really bad days where like I get really sad and like gender dysphoria. Yeah, that's probably one of the, I have many regrets, but that's probably one of them, not being vocal about it. And then I have down here time heals, and I think that means that just time heals all, and I'm trying to heal myself and just like coping with the constant anxiety that I had about being femme and just trying to cope with that. But yeah, that's time heals. And I came out not so long ago, like April of 2016, like on my birthday. So it feels good. You gotta do it. Do it now, like, or do it when you feel comfortable, actually. Like, do it when you know your heart is ready, because it will feel like the best thing that, like, you're even transitioning in it. Things get easier and things get better. And I'm here for you. Your friends are there for you. And hopefully your family is too. And hopefully this video was educational and helpful if you're sitting with that thought about being trans. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And give it a thumbs up. I'm so awkward at these fucking things. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because your girl has cats to feed, and I will be editing this video today and eating my apple with tahini. So I hope you guys again enjoyed this video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Adios.